Beloved soul, heaven has just placed an urgent word in my spirit for you. And if you are hearing this right now, it's not by accident. This is about the life-changing step your soulmate is taking for you at this very moment. Not yesterday, not next week. Now it's a step that doesn't make sense in the natural. A step others might call reckless. But in the spirit, it is obedience. It is an answer to prayer. And it is going to shift both of your lives in ways you could never have planned. I want you to type, "I am ready for this," in the comments right now. Why? Because your agreement unlocks acceleration. Your words have power. When you declare it, you give heaven permission to move. Tap like as your act of faith. And please subscribe to Daily Motivation Prayers so you never miss the next divine update, because I promise you, what I'm about to share is going to not just touch your emotions, but ignite your spirit. By the end of this message, you're going to have clarity. You're going to understand the strategy behind what they're doing, and you're going to know how to position yourself for what's about to happen. The angels say, this isn't random, this isn't casual, this is a divine chess move, and every piece is falling into place. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to give you 7 specific revelations about what's happening in the unseen right now. And when you hear them, you'll recognize the signs in your own life. You'll know when the crazy move is unfolding before your very eyes. Let's begin. Number 1, they are letting go of the life that no longer fits God's plan, beloved soul. The first sign that your soulmate is making this life-changing move for you right now is that they are releasing the life they once clung to. This isn't a small adjustment. It's a holy surrender. They are walking away from routines that felt safe but kept them stagnant. They are cutting ties with relationships that drain them. They are stepping away from commitments that no longer serve the future God is building. This is not easy for them. In fact, some of these things have been part of their life for years. Jobs, habits, locations, even circles of friends. They've built identity around them. But the Spirit of God has been whispering, if you want the promise, you have to make room for it. Philippians 3:13 says, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal. Right now, your soulmate is pressing on, not because they have all the answers, but because they trust the one giving the orders. They may not tell anyone what they're doing. They might not even explain it to you yet. Why? Because this is between them and God. They are protecting this decision from voices that would call it too much or too soon. Every time they let go of something that doesn't align, it's not just decluttering their life, it's clearing the runway for love to land. They are creating space in their schedule, in their mind, and in their heart for you, beloved. Recognize this. Letting go is the first act of faith. It's proof they are serious. It's proof they'd rather risk change than lose the destiny God showed them with you. Number 2, they are preparing in silence, not seeking applause, beloved soul. The second revelation is this: your soulmate is moving quietly. They are not broadcasting their plans to the world. They are not posting cryptic messages online, fishing for attention. They are doing the work in the shadows, where God can strengthen them without interference. Proverbs 21:23 says, whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. Right now, they are guarding their words and their actions, because they know this move is sacred. They understand that not everyone will celebrate it. Some will misunderstand it, and some will try to talk them out of it. This silence is not hesitation, it is strategy. Every moment they spend in prayer instead of explaining themselves is a moment of spiritual protection over what they're building. They're learning from past mistakes, times when they let the wrong people speak into their decisions and ended up doubting what God had already confirmed. In this season, they have narrowed their circle. They've chosen to speak only to God about the details. And when they do open their mouth, it's to declare promises, not problems. This is why you may feel their energy but not see their actions yet. You might sense a shift in your spirit, a sudden peace, an unexplainable excitement, but you can't pinpoint what's happening. That's because the groundwork is being laid in prayer, in planning, in private obedience. Beloved, understand this. Quiet preparation is a sign of deep conviction. It shows they're not doing this for show. They're doing it for love, for destiny, for God's glory. When they finally step out, it will not be with uncertainty. It will be with the confidence of someone who has been in the secret place with God, hearing Him say, "Now is the time." Number 3, they are choosing bold obedience over comfortable delay. Beloved soul, the third sign is this: your soulmate has reached the point where waiting feels more dangerous than moving. They are done stalling, done telling themselves one day, done letting fear disguise itself as wisdom. James 1:22 says, "Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." Right now, God has been telling them to act, and they are finally stepping out in bold obedience. Not partial obedience, not "I'll try and see what happens," but full, all-in surrender to the call. This boldness is not reckless. It's the kind of courage that's been forged in prayer, in fasting, in wrestling with God late at night. They've counted the cost. They know this decision will change everything. Their routines, their comfort zone, even their relationships with certain people. But here's what shifted. They started asking a different question. Instead of, "What will I lose if I do this?" they began asking, "What will I lose if I don't?" And the answer hit hard. They'd lose you. They'd lose the promise. They'd lose the chance to walk in the very thing God has been showing them. So now, they are stepping out like Peter stepping onto the water in Matthew 14. Yes, it looks crazy to others. Yes, it defies logic. But it's the only way to obey the voice saying, "Come." Beloved, when they act, it will be sudden. But sudden in the natural doesn't mean sudden in the spirit. God has been preparing them for this for a long time. And when they move, you will feel the weight of heaven behind them. Number 4, they are restructuring their life to make space for you, beloved soul. The fourth sign is that your soulmate is intentionally rearranging their priorities so you can step into their life without resistance. This isn't about squeezing you into the leftover corners of their schedule. This is about building a life where you are part of the foundation, not an afterthought. Isaiah 54:2 says, "Enlarge the place of your tent. Stretch your tent curtains wide, do not hold back. Lengthen your cords, strengthen your stakes." Right now, they are enlarging their tent. They are creating emotional, physical, and spiritual room for the connection God has put in their heart. They are looking at their commitments and asking, "Does this align with the future I see with them?" And if the answer is no, it's being removed. That might mean declining social invitations that keep them from being available. It might mean reorganizing finances to prepare for a shared future. It might mean adjusting work hours or relocating entirely. This is not small. These are life-altering adjustments that signal they are thinking beyond the present moment. They're not just hoping for love, they're preparing to sustain it. Some of these changes you may hear about, others you won't see until the moment. They tell you, "I've been making these decisions with you in mind." And when you hear that, you'll realize just how intentional they've been, beloved. Pay attention when someone restructures their life before you're even fully together. It means they see you as permanent. They're not planning around if, they're planning around when. This is what makes this step so life-changing. They are not just pursuing a relationship, they are building an environment where love can actually thrive without the old chaos creeping back in. Number 5, they are fighting fear with faith. Beloved soul, the 5th sign is this. Your soulmate is in an active battle with fear, and faith is winning. Fear has tried to whisper every possible reason to delay, to doubt, to back out, but instead of letting fear dictate the outcome, they are choosing to stand on the promises of God. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This verse isn't just a comforting thought to them right now, it's their daily anchor. There have been nights when the weight of this decision kept them awake. They've imagined every worst-case scenario: rejection, misunderstanding, even failure. But here's what's different now. They are no longer letting those scenarios paralyze them. Instead, every time fear rises, they're responding with truth from the Word. They're learning that courage is not the absence of fear, it's moving forward in obedience despite it. They know that if they wait for fear to disappear completely, they will never act. So they are stepping forward while their knees still shake, trusting that God will meet them in motion. This is spiritual warfare in its purest form, refusing to let the enemy's lies replace God's instructions. And it's not just about them. They are also praying for your heart, that you'll be ready to receive them, that fear won't choke out what God is planting between you, beloved. This is what love looks like in the kingdom. Not just emotion, but the willingness to fight through spiritual resistance to reach you. Every step they take toward you right now is a victory over fear and a declaration of faith. Number 6, they are seeking God for clear confirmation, beloved soul. The 6th sign is that your soulmate is not moving on impulse, they are moving on instruction. Before they take this life-changing step, they are seeking God for undeniable confirmation. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight." They are leaning hard on this right now. They know this decision is too important to be built on emotions alone. So they've been in the Word, looking for verses that light up in their spirit. They've been in prayer, asking God to either open the door wider or shut it completely if it's not His will. They've been watching for divine signs, moments when something they read, hear, or see directly confirms the step they're about to take. And God has been answering. Maybe it's a sermon that speaks exactly to their situation. Maybe it's a dream that gives them peace about moving forward. Maybe it's a coincidental encounter with someone who says exactly what they needed to hear. To them, these aren't random, they're instructions from heaven. This is why, when they do move toward you, there will be no uncertainty in their tone. They won't come saying, "I think this might be right." They will come saying, "God told me this is right." Beloved, understand this. When someone waits for God's green light before making a move, they are not just pursuing you. They are honoring the one who wrote the connection in the first place. That is the kind of foundation that lasts. Their confirmation season is almost over. And when it is, their steps toward you will be unstoppable. Number 7, they are ready to act the moment God says, "Now, beloved soul." The 7th sign is this. your soulmate is living in a posture of readiness. They are not just preparing in theory. They are in position to move the moment God gives the command. Joshua 1-9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." This verse is alive in them right now. It's not just a verse they read. It's the fuel in their spirit. Everything they've been doing, letting go of the old life, preparing in silence, building courage, making space, fighting fear, and seeking confirmation has been leading to this point. They know that God's timing is not a suggestion. When He says now, delay becomes disobedience. They're already making practical moves so that when the release comes, there's nothing holding them back. That could mean keeping their schedule flexible, having travel plans on standby, even setting aside resources for the moment they need them. It's not anxiety, it's readiness. And here's the beauty. They're not waiting passively. They are waiting in motion, praying daily, envisioning the conversation they'll have with you, rehearsing the courage it will take to stand in front of you and say the words they've been carrying. Beloved, readiness is a sign of faith. It means they believe this is going to happen so strongly that they've already started walking toward it in their heart. When God says go, they will not hesitate. They will not second guess. They will step out, bold, sure, and unstoppable. And when they do, you'll know you're witnessing the moment heaven and earth align for your story. Beloved, if this stirred something deep in your spirit, don't let it fade. Stay connected so you don't miss the next revelation God has for your journey. Click subscribe right now. Step into readiness yourself, and let's walk this road together until the day your now arrives.